The fire rises, the horizon widens, and the sky opens. Sagittarius season arrives like an exhale after intensity, inviting truth, vision, and the courage to aim your arrow towards something that feels worthy of your life force. Welcome to Planet Earth, Sagittarius season 2025. Eliane Nicole, your astrologer and tarot reader, here bringing you the planetary ingresses to help you surf these cosmic currents with awareness, grace, and alignment. The sun enters Sagittarius on Friday, November 21st, 2025 at 5:35 p.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone accordingly. In this video, I'm going to talk about the archetype of Sagittarius from an ancient perspective. I'm going to talk about the key aspects the sun will make on its journey this year in Sagittarius. And finally, I will take it through all 12 rising signs so that you know what area of life this fiery mission is aiming its arrow toward for you over the next month. Before we dive in, I would love your support in helping me grow this community. Please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop a like or a comment. It really helps me in the algorithm and allows me to continue offering these free astrology reports. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by Thanksgiving, so don't be a jive turkey. Like, comment, and share this with a friend who loves astrology and tarot. And now, without further ado, let's talk Sagittarius. In ancient traditions, Sagittarius season, late November to late December in the Northern Hemisphere, symbolically represents the deepest descent into darkness, immediately followed by the initiation of the return of the light, the winter solstice. This duality is central to the sign's meaning, capturing the tension between the material world and the aspiration toward higher wisdom and salvation. The sun's passage through Sagittarius marks the period when the days grow shortest and the sun is at its lowest arc in the sky. To the ancients, this intensifying darkness symbolized materiality in the physical body, the imprisonment of the spirit within the physical form. It also symbolized ignorance and the unconscious, the realm of subtle and visible forces, and the recognition of what lies beyond superficial appearances. It symbolized primal instincts, the untamed animalistic nature of the centaur myth, which the human aspect of the figure strives to control. At the very end of Sagittarius season, the winter solstice occurs when the sun stands still and then begins its upward ascent, promising the return of longer, brighter days. This critical transition symbolizes hope and redemption, the belief that the light and salvation are possible even in the deepest dark. Higher learning and philosophy, the pursuit of wisdom and truth, Jupiter's domain, as a way to transcend the darkness of ignorance. Spiritual aspiration, the archer aims its arrow toward the stars, toward a higher purpose, a vision, or an ideal. The centaur itself, half horse and half human, embodies this tension. A double-bodied sign, it shows the journey from instinctual impulse to enlightened purpose. Sagittarius asks us to wrestle with duality, moving from excess and wildness toward truth, purpose, and meaning. It is a sign of transition, a sign of purification by fire, a sign of choosing the light, not because the light is guaranteed, but because the soul is compelled to seek it. Now let's talk about this year's Sagittarius sun and how it expresses itself through the context of everything else unfolding in the sky. So Sagittarius is ruled by the sign Jupiter. Jupiter is in Cancer, retrograde, throughout this entire Sagittarius season, hosting the sun. This means expansion happens inward before it happens outward. Growth requires emotional honesty. Spiritual wisdom is guided by the gut, the intuition, and the ancestral body. The optimism of Sagittarius is tempered by Cancer's emotional memory and need for protection. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer says your vision must be rooted in emotional integrity. If it does not nourish your soul, it will not grow. The sun is also co-present with Mars, who entered Sagittarius on November 4th. Mars has already cut the first trail, bringing courage, movement, and fire. However, Mars will move into Capricorn on December 14th, 5 days before the Sun. So the Sun never catches up to Mars in Sagittarius. There's no conjunction between the Sun and Mars in Sagittarius this year. Interpretively, this creates a powerful storyline. Sagittarius season begins with Mars's heat and momentum, but the Sun must complete the journey without Mars's motivating force behind it. Not that the Sun needs it, but it's like the season begins impulsively but ends intentionally. Mars kicks open the door, the Sun walks the path, and Jupiter decides the meaning. Now let's talk about the key dates and aspects to watch for. Get something to jot down notes in your calendar so you can best align with these energies as they unfold. On November 23rd, the Sagittarius Sun sextiles Pluto in Aquarius. This is a truth-revealing alignment. Pluto exposes deeper patterns and power structures, and the Sun receives clarity and courage. Expect insight, revelation, or a perspective shift that feels empowering. On November 24th, the Sagittarius Sun trine Ceres in Aries. Here, fire meets fire. A day of bold nourishment, self-advocacy, healthy boundaries, and reclaiming vitality. Nurturing yourself looks like choosing what keeps your fire alive. On December 4th, we have the Gemini full moon. This is a grand mutable cross with the nodes of fate. This is the major lunar event of the season. We have the Sun in Sagittarius opposing the moon in Gemini, making it the full moon, but also creating a grand cross with the nodes of fate in Pisces and Virgo. It's a grand mutable cross, meaning change, movement, instability that creates breakthroughs. So expect important conversations, shifts in perspective, fate-driven information, and a pivot point in a storyline that began 6 months ago. The full moon says it is time to adapt. On December 7th, the Sagittarius Sun sextiles the asteroid goddess Pallas Athene in Aquarius. This signals strategy, clarity, and intelligent planning. Solutions appear. You see the bigger picture and the patterns behind the scenes. On December 14th, the Sagittarius Sun trines Chiron, the wounded healer, retrograde in Aries. This brings healing through honesty. Identity wounds, confidence wounds, or self-expression wounds shift toward empowerment. You reclaim something that was taken or forgotten. On December 16th, the Sun conjoins Juno in Sagittarius. Sagittarius and squares Saturn and Pisces. Karmic commitments come into focus. Relationships, contracts, or promises require clarity or redefinition. Saturn asks for maturity, accountability, and alignment with your long-term purpose. So those are the key dates for the Sun on the Sagittarius season this year. And now let's talk about broad strokes by rising sign. Listen for your sun sign too. Aries rising. For you, the Sagittarius Sun is traveling through your 9th house, the house of belief systems, long-distance travel, education, publishing, and your guiding philosophy of life. Because this is a fiery trine, the energy flows easily and naturally. You feel inspired to broaden your horizons, study something deeper, plan a journey, speak your truth, reconnect with the bigger picture. This season renews your faith and expands your purpose. Book a reading with me at ElianeNicole.com, Aries. Taurus rising. For you, the Sagittarius Sun is moving through your 8th house. This is the house of intimacy, shared resources, vulnerability, and psychological transformation. This is a quincunx angle, which means adjustments are needed. You may be renegotiating shared finances, exploring emotional depth, or confronting a truth within yourself that leads to empowerment. It may feel uncomfortable, but it is ultimately liberating. Gemini rising. For you, the Sagittarius Sun is traveling through your 7th house of long-term relationships, agreements, and one-to-one bonds. This is an opposition, bringing clarity and revelations. Partnerships come into focus. You may see someone clearly, receive a mirror moment, or renegotiate a dynamic. The theme is honesty, balance, and truth in your connections. Cancer rising. For you, the Sagittarius sun is moving through your 6th house. Work, health, routines, and discipline are covered by this house. This is a quincunx angle, creating a need for adjustment in these areas. You may refine your schedule, reorganize your workload, or reset your health practices. Small changes lead to major relief. Listen to your body and honor what needs restructuring or adjustment. Leo rising. For you, the Sagittarius sun is traveling through your 5th house, the house of creativity, romance, joy, children, and self-expression. This is a beautiful trine that lights you up from within. Your creativity rises, your confidence strengthens, you feel more magnetic and inspired. This is a season of play, passion, and authentic expression. Follow what lights you up. Virgo rising. For you, the Sagittarius sun is moving through your 4th house, the house of home, property, family, ancestry, and emotional roots. This is a square, meaning growth through tension. Home and family matters may shift. Boundaries may need to be set. Something in your private life asks for honesty or rearrangement. What you realign now supports long-term stability. Libra rising. For you, the Sagittarius sun is traveling through your 3rd house, the house of communication, writing, siblings, learning, and your local environment or neighborhood. This is a supportive sextile. Your voice gains power. You may write more, speak more, teach more, or receive important information. Conversations open doors. This is a season of clarity and intellectual momentum. Scorpio rising. For you, the Sagittarius sun is moving through your 2nd house, money, resources, self-worth, and values. This is an aversion, meaning the work happens subtly or behind the scenes. Your finances or priorities shift quietly. Your values evolve. You may restructure how you earn, spend, or invest your energy. Small private adjustments now lead to later stability. Sagittarius rising. For you, the sun is moving through your 1st house. Identity, direction, visibility, and vitality are all under this house's purview. This is your personal rebirth. You feel renewed, inspired, and more like yourself. This is a time to set intentions around who you are becoming and how you want to be seen. Your presence strengthens and opportunities arise when you show up authentically. Capricorn rising. For you, the Sagittarius sun is moving through your 12th house. This is the house of rest, retreat, healing, and the subconscious. This is an aversion, working quietly and internally. You may feel called inward. Old cycles end. You reflect, release, and prepare for your solar rebirth next month. This is a spiritual reset. Allow things to dissolve. Aquarius rising. For you, the Sagittarius sun is traveling through your 11th house. Friendships, community, networks, and future goals are ruled by this house. This is a constructive sextile. Community is your catalyst. New connections form. Opportunities flow through groups, collaborations, or shared visions. This is a season to align with people who expand your future. Pisces rising. The Sagittarius sun is moving through your 10th house of career, public life, reputation, and long-term goals. This is a square, bringing movement and momentum. Your career or life direction comes into focus. You may take on new responsibility, make a big decision, or redefine your public role. This is a powerful time of forward motion. For a deeper dive into the rising sign breakdowns, subscribe to my Substack, Keys to the Cosmos, where I will go deeper. And to book a reading with me, go to ElianeNicole.com, also listed in my description box below. I read on Zoom, so I can read for people anywhere in the world. I would love to read for you. In conclusion, life is lifing, the world is worlding. Stay heavily meditative.